You know that feeling? That slow, red-hot burn of utter disrespect when someone looks you in the eye and, without saying a word, tells you that your needs, your exhaustion, your very existence are beneath them. I felt that burn, but this time I wasn't going to swallow it. This time, a spoiled kid on a crowded train was about to get a painful, real-world lesson. A lesson that started when I decided to take his entire world and throw it across the aisle. If you've ever stared a bully down and wished you had the courage to hit back, demand the justice you deserved, then you're in the right place. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and get ready. Because this isn't just a story about a seat on a train. It's about the moment a good man snapped and the sweet, sweet sound of a spoiled brat finally learning his place. The day started rough. I was already drained. The kind of exhaustion that settles deep in your bones. You know it. You've worked hard. You've dealt with life's demands. And all you crave is a simple, peaceful ride home. My metro commute is usually my 20 minutes of mandatory decompression. But today, the universe, or maybe just a self-entitled 16-year-old, decided to cash in my peace chips. The train car was packed, not sardine can packed, but full enough that every empty seat was gold. And then I saw him, the textbook definition of a transit terrorist. A lanky kid, maybe 16, stretched out like he owned the entire carriage. He was sprawled across 5 separate spaces, his long legs taking up one bench and a massive backpack taking up the seat opposite him. But the real crime, the soundtrack. He was blasting some headache-inducing trap music from his phone. Loud, tinny, absolutely inescapable. I stood there for a second, just breathing, fighting the urge to sigh dramatically. Everyone else was standing, clutching poles, enduring. My mind started its usual calculus. Is it worth it? Just ride it out, Jake. Don't cause a scene. But I was so tired. And there was this elderly woman standing right beside me, swaying with every jolt of the train. The injustice of it all was a physical weight. I took a deep breath. I walked over and kept my voice polite, measured. I actually made an effort to be nice. I tapped him lightly on the shoulder. Hey man, sorry to bother you. Could you maybe move your bag so I can grab this seat? It's pretty full. He didn't even sit up. He didn't turn his body. He just slowly shifted his head, looking at me with the most condescending, bored expression I've ever seen. His eyes, framed by his shaggy hair, were like 2 black holes of indifference. And then he gave me the smirk. You know it? That little upward twitch of the lips that says, I see you, I hear you, and I genuinely do not care. He drawled out 3 words that detonated every single nerve ending in my body. Nah, I don't think so, man. That was it. The smirk, tone, the blaring music. It wasn't about the seat anymore. It was about his audacity. It was about the way he viewed every single person in that crowded train car as a minor inconvenience beneath his notice. It was a challenge, a brazen declaration of entitlement that I, for once in my life, was not willing to accept. My internal monologue went silent. The tired ache in my muscles was replaced by a surge of pure adrenaline, a sudden, blinding clarity. I felt my hands clench into fists. This kid needs a lesson. He needs to learn that the world does not, in fact, revolve around him. I didn't yell. I didn't warn him. I didn't ask again. I just acted with a speed that surprised even myself. I reached over the teenager's stretched out legs and grabbed his massive backpack. It had a good, satisfying weight to it, just enough to confirm it held more than just crumpled papers, probably a laptop, maybe a tablet. I didn't hesitate. I wound up and threw the backpack hard. It flew maybe 15 feet down the train car, landing with a loud, muted thud near the doors, but 5 carriages away from where he could easily reach it. The music cut out completely. The entire section of the train went silent. All eyes were on us. The kid bolted upright like I'd just hit him with a cattle prod. His face, a moment ago a picture of smug indifference, was instantly contorted with outrage. Hey, what the F are you doing? You better go get my bag right now, he shrieked, his voice cracking. I met his eyes, crossed my arms, and took the empty space that his bag had occupied. I let my full 90-kilogram frame and my years of lifting settle into the space. I looked him dead in the eye and delivered my ultimatum. Just cold, hard certainty. You've listened to me carefully, I said. Your bag is gone. You have 2 options. You can start a fight with me and try to get it back, or you can go walk over there and get your bag yourself. I could see the gears turning in his head. He looked at me, then at his bag, lying pathetic and alone by the doors. He was a lanky kid, all arrogance, no actual threat. The look on his face was pure, unadulterated shock. He was used to people backing down. He was used to winning with a smirk. He didn't know what to do when someone finally called his bluff. He hesitated for maybe 5 long, agonizing seconds. Then, his face red with humiliation, he whirled around and stormed off down the train to retrieve his electronics. Justice served. Round 1. As soon as he left, I didn't just sit. I gestured to the elderly woman and a few other standing commuters. "Please, take a seat," I invited. A wave of silent gratitude washed over me. The formerly empty bench was instantly full of people who actually needed it. He came back a few minutes later, bag clutched to his chest. His face was a mask of fury when he saw that not only was his seat gone, but that the entire bench was occupied by people I had invited. He lost it. He started yelling, the kind of incoherent, spittle-flecked rage only a truly humiliated teenager can manage. I leaned forward, interrupting his rant with the same calm, dangerous tone. "I already told you," I reminded him. "The only way anyone on this bench is moving is if you start a fight. Are you going to start a fight?" He looked at me. He looked at his bag. He looked at the faces of the silent, judging commuters, and he realized he had lost, utterly, completely lost. Without another word, he spun on his heel and stormed away, forced to stand in the packed aisle, his bag heavy at his feet. The train car, already silent, seemed to breathe a collective sigh of relief. The music stayed off. The sheer, satisfying silence after he left was a tangible reward. I sank back into the seat, feeling an incredible rush of adrenaline and vindication. It was a small victory, a tiny act of rebellion in the grand scheme of things, but it felt colossal. I wasn't a hero. I was kind of a bully in that moment. I knew it, but there's a distinct difference between an actual bully and a person who stands up to an arrogant child who thinks his convenience trumps everyone else's well-being. I wasn't teaching him a lesson in common courtesy. The world had failed to do that. I was teaching him a lesson in consequence. I was showing him that there are people out there stronger than him, braver than him, who will not bend to his entitlement. And the feeling, that quiet, deep sense of earned justice, was one of the most satisfying moments of my year. So, yeah, sometimes you have to be the bad guy to stop the bigger bad. Sometimes you just have to grab the metaphorical bag and throw it, because if you don't, the entitled few will keep taking up 5 seats, lasting their noise and making the world a worse place for everyone else. What do you think? Was I out of line? Let me know in the comments below. Did that kid deserve the reality check, or did I go too far? Hit that like button if this story gave you the same rush it gave me. Court, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more deeply satisfying revenge stories. Until next time, stay strong and don't let anyone take up your space.